Why, hello there, YouTube. So, as promised, it is now time for my top 10 best movies of 2025. So, I've got it all ready right here. So, before I get underway, I just want to throw in some honourable mentions to some that didn't quite make the cut but deserve to be called out. So, them honourable mentions are Freakier Friday, Honey Don't, Good Boy, Black Phone 2, Wicked for Good, Marching Powder. Okay, now let's get to my top 10. This is all my personal opinion. None of you have to agree with it. If you have your own, that's fair enough. Okay, so let's get to it. At number 10 is Megan 2.0. I bet you're thinking, but this film was a disaster. Look, this film was a sequel to 2023's Megan, which was a horror film. This one, they do a big genre change to action comedy, and Megan is more of a protagonistic role this time. We get the return of Alison Williams and the young girl from the first movie, and a lot of the returning cast from the previous film, but they trade in a lot of the horror for comedy and action, where they're fighting another model called Amelia. And yeah, I get why people didn't like this. Maybe they were disappointed by the genre change. Me personally, I didn't mind it. I felt, okay, yeah, they're going in a bit of a T2 approach here, but I didn't mind it at all. I actually enjoyed watching it and enjoyed the dark humour we got out of this one. But I mean, yeah, I really hope time is kinder to this one because I thought it was genuinely a good film. There's I believe, a spin-off in the works or what have you. I don't know. I don't know if it's even going to come out now, but I hope it does. Called Soulmate. But yeah, like I say, I don't like that how this film got crapped on. Okay, so at number 9 is Fackham Hall. Um, One of the most recent movies that I've seen this year. It was funny. I was laughing out loud and enjoying the piss take of the whole costume dramas that we've seen, like Downton Abbey and stuff. Funny film, and just some plain sheer silliness, which was my level of humour. Okay, number 8 is Ballerina, the John Wick spin-off taking place between chapters 3 and 4. So we get Keanu in there in a small supporting role, Anna de Armas as the ballerina herself, you know, out for blood and vengeance, and yeah, good expansion on the John Wick universe. Also, great work on how they brought back Lance Reddick for one final show. I believe that they used a lot of recycled footage, unused footage, and superimposed him in the films and had body doubles, but they did create a good illusion there. Um, yeah, this was like John Wick, but for the girls. And I don't get why, again, this film got, you know, the crap it did. Number 7, of course, is Fantastic Four First Steps. Yes, Marvel's first family. After various attempts over the last 30 years, they get it right. You know, set in an alternate universe from our main MCU, Pedro Pascal, Joseph Quint, Vanessa Kirby, the guy they get for the Thing, and the guy for Galactus, Julia Garner as the Silver Surfer. I actually didn't mind the gender swap on that. Of course, it's, you know, I did watch it for a second time and I thought, okay, second viewing, I didn't find it as enjoyable. I found it a bit slow, a bit boring, and yeah. But on first viewing, I loved it. I enjoyed watching it, and we see a little mid-credit scene teaser. There is a post-credit scene which is not as you know, like doesn't tease any future films. Batteries. But yeah, it was a good one. You know, 2 hits out of 3, not bad for Marvel Studios films. I'd say the TV Disney Plus shows have been a bit of an improvement. Number 6 is The Roses. Benedict Cumberbatch, Olivia Colman with a big supporting cast, including Ncuti Gatwa, who, you know, still I saw as the Doctor, even though he'd left the role by then. But funny film, a remake of a 90s film with Danny DeVito in there. But I thought this was a funny film. Had the slapstick moments. Like I say, great performance from Benedict Cumberbatch and Olivia Colman. Will there be a sequel? Well, I'll leave you to find that out for yourself. It is on Disney Plus now. Like I say, a funny film. Number 5 is Weapons. This is probably, I think, the best horror movie of this year. From the writer and director of Barbarian, we get his follow-up film. 17 children disappear in the middle of the night, and the town is in chaos over what's going on. We get this weird woman named Gladys, played by the mother from Uncle Buck. We get an all-star cast in this: Julia Garner, Josh Brolin, Benedict Wong. We even see a cameo from Justin Long where he actually doesn't get killed or anything terrible happen to him, other than one of his kids is missing. But yeah, I like this one. I pretty much worked out what's going on halfway into the movie, but it didn't spoil it for me. I enjoyed watching it, Weapons. So that is number 5. Number 4 is Thunderbolts. Yes, Marvel's answer to the Suicide Squad. We see a group of misfits such as Yelena, Florence Pugh, Red Guardian, David Harbour, Bucky, Sebastian Stan. We get Lewis Pullman in there. We get Wyatt Russell. We get Ghost return from Ant-Man and the Wasp. This didn't feel like homework either. Like because over the recent years in Marvel, watching a Marvel movie has started to feel like homework. Like you got to watch this Disney Plus show. You got to watch that movie to get this one. This one didn't really feel much of it. It had humor in there, but still, Marvel Studios have very, very badly handled Taskmaster in both Black Widow and this one. And I was very disappointed with the limited screen time that Taskmaster got in this. But other than that, it was a good film. I enjoyed watching it, and was it the mid-credit or the post-credit scene that teased Fantastic Four first steps, which I was looking forward to. Just just one that made me think, yeah, there's still some in there in Marvel. So yeah, there you are. Thunderbolts at number 4. Number 3 is The Naked Gun. So, legacy sequel to the original trilogy, which starred the legendary Leslie Nielsen, where Liam Neeson was now playing Frank Drebin Jr. And Liam Neeson was just hilarious in this, and he was just funny. Liam Neeson is such a serious actor, you don't expect him to be funny, but he actually let loose in this one and actually delivered some comedy in this. Pamela Anderson, good comeback for her. I enjoyed her performance in this as his love interest. This had funny cameos in there. It had scenes that were absurd and random, but I didn't care. This respected the original whilst doing its own thing, and this is what a requel should be. So, Naked Gun, a nice surprise. Okay, number 2 is Superman. Yes. Don't get me wrong, Man of Steel was good, but the DCEU was a lost cause. More duds than hits. And with James Gunn now running the show, he rebooted the DC universe with the DCU, giving us Superman as the first of the films in the DCU. Brandon Quarensweet, I didn't think he would be a good Superman, but you know what? He impressed me. until otherwise, I was like, Henry Cavill is the best Superman in recent times. Henry Cavill still is a good Superman, but he just didn't seem as committed to the role. But Brandon Corrin Sweat as Superman, Lois Lane, actress, I liked her. Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor, fun cameos. Nathan Fillion as as Green Lantern, his Green Lantern, and we're getting a series of that called Lanterns. We see Hawk Girl in this. We see Mr. Terrific. Just basically skipping the whole backstory and getting straight to it, which I was like, yes, I like this. I like this. Good soundtrack, good dark humor like from Guardians of the Galaxy vibes, a fun film all round, and it was probably the best superhero movie I'd seen that summer. So, number one. You may or may not expect it, but my number one pick is Life of Chuck. Yeah, Tom Hiddleston with an all-star supporting cast that include Karen Gillan. We get Matthew Lillard in there. So this was just a feel-good film. Playing it out of chronological order with the end bit first and then the middle bit last. I really loved this film. That whole dance sequence between Tom Hiddleston and Annalise Basu, that scene blew me away with their dancing. Mike Flanagan, and Stephen King adaptations just work perfectly, because he gave us Doctor Sleep, Gerald's Game. This is another one of Stephen King's works. Yeah, Stephen King didn't always delve into horror. He has stepped into other genres, like Shawshank Redemption, Stand By Me, for example. Life of Chuck, though, it ended where I just had a good vibe from it, and I just enjoyed the hell out of it, and to me is the best film of 2025. So there you go. There are my top 10 movies of this year. What did you think? Do you like them? Do you agree? Do you disagree? How would what are your favourites of this year? Let me know down in the comments below, and if you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and to share with your friends. By the time this video is up, it will probably be New Year's Eve, so all I can say is it's been a great year. So Happy New Year to everyone, and I will see you in 2026. So until next time, I bid you all a goodbye, friends, goodbye.